Oh yeah. Some stream time today, my bros. What's going on here? Why is this not loading up? Just a second. I have a little issue with something. That's a good sound. Everyone likes that sound. Okay. He was not offline. Don't be a jerk. There's like 50 programs you have to run when you start a stream, so that's what's happening right now. Make sure everything is all good. We are set. Before we start, though, guys, it's important. I do it every time because I do this. I am letting you guys know that when I want to read a bunch of history, when I'm playing Crusader Kings 3, when I'm lopping the heads off of my wily in-laws, there's one thing that helps me do it. One thing that helps me think better, clearer. It's Sneak Energy. This stream is brought to you by a little tiny bunny that puts a lot of legalized cocaine inside of your bottle here to make you feel energized in the morning. There you go. There it is. You can use my link in the description to sneakenergy.com. Use creator code SPARTY at checkout, and it will help support the channel. One sec. Now, to start us off, we will be... Oh, let me also take a little drink and poo. I don't just, like, talk about Sneak because I'm like, oh, you want to sponsor me? Sure, whatever, I'll shill it. I've been using Sneak for, like, 2 years before they decided to, like, sponsor me. Thanks, Lionheart X10, who got me in on that one. I'm a big fan because it's just caffeine and BCAAs. There's no, like, bullshit sweetener in there. But let's start off with a little bit of history time before we go into the context of how we're going to be doing this campaign. So this campaign, it's going to be different than when we usually do a campaign. Usually I like to take it really slow. You guys really kind of help me build it, and so on and so forth. It's going to be a much faster campaign in the sense that I want to play, not min-max, but my goal is to reform the Roman Empire within 3 episodes. So that's roughly around 9 hours. And I might, in between episodes, push things a little bit further because it's like, okay, hey, we didn't really accomplish this in that episode, so I'll shore us up for the next one. Because basically how I want to divide this is taking over the Empire of Italy, then taking over the Byzantine Empire, quote unquote, in the game, and then taking North Africa and the Levant in the final episode. So that's how we are going to do this. One sec, guys. And that's how we'll kind of divide these episodes up. It kind of makes for a shorter form Let's Play. So if someone doesn't, say, see episode 1 or episode 2, they'll still kind of have a good idea of what's going on, and they'll be able to enjoy a lot of what they see. So to start us off, though, we're going to go into a little bit of history time about the Roman Empire. And a lot of people kind of know this stuff, but it's important to get kind of a frame of reference into what we'll be doing. And let me go ahead and do this. History time with me, I cannot sing. So we'll start here with the map of the Roman Empire at its height, 117 AD. Now, this is at its height. Of course, we have the northern portions here above the Danube, and I know it's not pronounced properly, but right now I'm trying to get through that. And real quick, hello to everyone in stream. I was so concerned with like starting and saying all this stuff that I forgot to say hello to everyone. So hello to everyone. Once we jump into the actual game, I'll say a little bit more spot hellos, like to Travers, to Big Daddy Travers, to David, to Flesson, to Chris. I see you there too. Hello to all my bros. But again, this is our northernmost expansion across into Armenia, into Mesopotamia, down here far into the quote-unquote Middle East, over across the Levant, into Egypt, and north, of course, all the way past the Rhine. That's kind of becomes the new border after 117. And this, like I said, is that complete and utter height. So you get around 150 or so, 200 some odd years of Rome at its ultimate glory. And then starts the glorious 3rd century crisis. Now, 3rd century crisis is marred with tons of civil war, with the Roman Senate not being able to do anything functional, with the Roman emperors not being able to do anything functional, and them getting killed and people being replaced, and just non-stop bullshit. And that kind of goes on. Do I have this properly done? Aha. Until we get to Diocletian, who kind of realizes, okay, things are a little awry. The Roman Empire might be a little too big for one man to manage. So he splits the empire kind of like into 2, into 4, into 6. It's a really weird, actually, I can't remember how many dioceses there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 12 or 13 dioceses. I can't remember off the top of my head how many total dioceses there are. So what this happens is Diocletian says, okay, we're going to split this into 2 parts, essentially, right? Over here on the left and over here on the right. This becomes the Western and the Eastern Roman Empire later. And this is what ends what's it called? This is what ends the 3rd century crisis. Because again, he realizes this is we can't do this. So each location has a senior and a junior emperor, and those are both called Augusti for the senior and Caesaris for, well, Caesaris is multiple for the 2 junior emperors, and they kind of rule each location, right? They rule the left and they rule the right. And then when we think of the Catholic Church and an archdiocese, this is where that comes from. The word diocese comes from Diocletian, and it's actually a Latin word. I'm just saying, like, it comes from this whole process of dividing territory like this and so on and so forth. But what is on? My hands are so dry right now. This is pretty huge. You know, this is called the Tetrarchy. This is what kind of stabilizes Rome, because Rome was dealing with a ton of discourse, even during the time after Diocletian, right? We get more issues and more problems that just kind of crop up over and over and over. And this happens up until around the rule of Constantine, who takes over. I can't remember if he's right after Diocletian or there's an emperor in between. I think there's an emperor in between. And Constantine legalizes Christianity. He does not make it the state religion. That is not him yet. That is not that emperor yet. But what has happened here is, as a result of a lot of the conflict of the time and the growing kind of culture in the world at this time, culture, religion, what's that word? Technology, all of it is really more centralized east than it is west. For the most part, these are considered barbarian lands. They're not as quote-unquote developed as Rome is, and then everything east of it. This is before the rise of Islam in the southeast, so there isn't really a huge unifying force that has pulled a lot of this stuff together. A lot of it is still, for the most part, disparate tribes and loose rulership of Rome, especially in northern Africa and portions of Hispania. So what happens is Constantine realizes, I'm going to move things away from Rome. I don't want Rome to be the capital anymore. It is kind of this... I jumped ahead, but we'll get there. It's this kind of, fine, it's there. It works for us. It's this kind of dilapidated, old, stuffy, crowded location. So he moves the capital to Byzantium and renames Byzantium to Constantinopolis, which becomes Constantinople. And in doing so, it kind of gives these 2 really prominent central portions of the empire, right? You've got Rome, which becomes the head of Christianity under Theodosius he's the next emperor to talk about. The head of Catholicism, of Christendom, and the head of the state is in Constantinople. So you get these 2 very prominent heads of the empire. So with Theodosius, he makes Christianity the state religion. And upon his death, he divides the empire in half between his 10 and 8-year-old son. I think it's actually 18 and 10-year-old sons. And this kind of creates what we know as essentially the beginning of the Byzantine Empire. Now, the Byzantine Empire is a name that was created 100, 150, 200 some odd years after the end of the Byzantine or the Eastern Roman Empire in 1495, 1460 something, in the 15th century. So it is a kind of like post-mortem name assigned to it to distinguish between the Rome of antiquity and the Rome of what at the time was the modern era, right? Because this is a Renaissance historians who coined the term Byzantine Empire. It was just called the Roman Empire. The citizens of both the Eastern and the Western Roman Empire were Romans hundreds of years after the full collapse of the Western Roman Empire. You kind of have to remember that we think of it in retrospect. 1453. Thank you, David B. And Major Mula asked, Byzantines invented the Russian alphabet, methinks. It's derived off of the Greek alphabet, and it was created by a monk named Cyril. That's why we get the term Cyrillic. But Eastern Roman Empire, Western Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, the Roman Empire, 395 CE. And this effectively kind of creates that big shift in power in left and right, in west and east. Looking at my notes real quick. Why did I wrote Theodosius? That is not his name. But things don't slow down for the Western Roman Empire. In fact, it's still kind of seen as the head of the Roman Empire to people outside of it for the most part, because Rome is still kind of considered this pretty important place. So when when Attila the Hun takes power of the Hunnic tribes, everything to the northeast up here, and starts to conquer and create his own empire, obviously the expansion westward and south becomes a very big portion of his plans. And he creates the Empire of Attila, the Attila the Hun, and he essentially gets a huge swath of the old Western Empire. And in doing so too, he creates this power vacuum, because the Western Empire, what they do is they use the remainder of their money to basically pay other barbarian tribes to help them fight the Attilans. The Attilans is not the Huns. So basically you have the Franks up here in the north, the Burgundians, which at this point are more like right here, and they're not right here. They migrate to more over to this region later after the fall of the Hunnic Empire. The Visigoths over here to the west, and the Vandals down here to the south, the Suevi or Suebi, whichever one you want to pronounce it as, become all tribes that help to fight against the, I keep wanting to say Attilans, and it is not the word, against the Huns. And this is also where the Feudatarii become very big, right? The foreign troops of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire at this time is all these regions, right, in the West, but still it's very prominent in that it uses a lot of, not necessarily even mercenaries. It's people that were born in these barbarian locations, but were still part of the Roman Empire. This becomes important. This becomes important for Flavius coming up. So these people fight off Attila the Hun, and Attila, for the most part, is bribed by the Eastern Roman Empire to just not bother them. They say, hey, you know what? We understand you want to expand, but don't expand it to us. Here's some money. And this becomes such a huge history of the Eastern Roman Empire, is using that trade hub that Constantinople has created in the Black Sea as this major trade route. You have the Aegean as well. And in doing so, they are constantly flooded with money. And it allows them to pay their way through a lot of points in history without being completely smashed apart. No, this is not the Golden Horde. Not the Golden Horde. Golden Horde is like, I don't even know how many hundreds of years later. But still, this all happens around 440 AD. And after the Hunnic Empire essentially dissolves after Attila dies, you get this fractured northern region above Western Rome. And it looks very similar to this, where all of these lands that all these tribes that had helped the Western Roman Empire repel the Huns essentially created their own territory for themselves. They're like, yeah, sure, fine, but we're going to now take these lands. So here's where the Burgundians live, the Alemanni, the Franks, the Saxons, the Visigoths get a huge portion of southern France as well. The Suevi now grow further south. You have the beginning of the Bosque over here in the Bosque region. All of these things kind of create a very hectic landscape for the Western Roman Empire. And again, though, the Eastern Roman Empire is like, not my problem. Take it. It's not, I don't want to deal with them. And this, again, kind of cements this downward decline of Rome, right? It's 444 is the sack of Rome, and that's kind of considered the ultimate ceasing of a superpower for Rome in the world. And Eastern Roman Empire kind of maintains that, but as history kind of pulls on, we have 475 is the rise of the very last Roman emperor, Augustulus. And Augustulus is then deposed in 476 by Flavius Odoacer. I took Latin for 4 years, and you'd think I'd remember any of it, and I do, and I don't. It just depends on what it is. Odoacer creates the kingdom of Italy. He tells Augustulus, hey, I'm deposing you. You're like an 11-year-old little boy. I think it's 14 actually. But you're going to go reside in a nice little cozy cabin in a villa. Don't be bothered. You're not going to bother anyone. We're not going to bother you. We're just not going to have it. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Let me get this. Hold on. You don't get to see this. Oh, there it is. I just had the wrong one up. Perfect. So, this is the kingdom of Italy under Odoacer. And he tells the Eastern Roman Empire, he pretty much says, like, listen, I've taken over, but I recognize you as the power, you know, the sovereign power, but still independent. Here are all the trappings of this land. You know, they pretty much say, like, we're not going to touch or change anything. And Odoacer is still a Roman at heart. He's a converted Christian. He was raised, quote unquote, barbarian. I think it's either Alemannian or Burgundian. I can't remember 100%. And someone feel free to correct me if you know what tribe he was raised in. But for all intents and purposes, he was Roman culturally, and he converted to Christianity well before he became the king of Italy. And in doing so, though, the Eastern Roman emperor of the time, Zeno, took all these trappings and said, okay, seems okay. Everything seems all right. Well, I don't want dark mode for my browser. Eat a dick. Oh, God. Thanks, but no thanks. So, I've spoken for a long time. I shall need some water. Okay. Billy Chop says, I believe he was Alemanni and had Burgundian relations since his nephew was Burgundian. Okay, thank you, man. So, going back to this, King of Italy, the creation here, it's one of the only times that there has been peace in this region for 4 or 5 years. So, when you look at this, that Rome at the time still functioned as Rome. The Senate was still in place. The church worked as it did. For the most part, no one thought anything different of themselves. These borders were being redrawn and everything like that. But people still thought of themselves as Romans because they didn't know really that there was this fall until much later, right? It takes time for these things to kick in. I'm sure maybe the kingdom of the Visigoths knew that they were Visigoths and not Romans anymore. But at the same time, they had been that way for, I think, almost 100 years at that point. But for the most part, though, most of these lands who were recently now Alemannia or Burgundia were probably still Roman in their own heads. And what happens is that Zeno in the east has to deal with the Persians, the Persian Empire. You know, it's like people look at the word Iran. That's comes from the name from the old Iran here. I think it is Iran here, which is the name of what the Persian Empire called itself. Like we call the Roman Empire the Romans. The Persian Empire didn't call itself the Persian Empire. It called it, I think it's called the Iran here. I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing it really bad. But Zeno is dealing predominantly with issues in the East. And this creates kind of like okay, yeah, take Italy for now. We're not going to deal with it. You're good. And he's also dealing with internal struggles and civil war. And he's dealing with the Ostrogoths attacking into the Eastern Roman Empire. So he's got a lot on his plate. And he's getting increasingly, over the 4 years of Odoacer's reign, he's kind of getting a little more antsy. He's like, well, this guy's actually doing a good job in Italy. He's maintaining control. He's keeping all the other barbarians at bay because he is a barbarian. So he kind of has that kind of an immediate connection with them. He's now fought off the Persians. Zeno's finished with the Persians. He reunifies everything internally and ends all the internal struggle. But the Ostrogoths, he basically says, well, hey, how about this? How about this? Rather than attacking me, what if I pay you and you go take out Odoacer? And if you do that, I will recognize you as the king of Italy. And this results in about a 4 or 5 year war. And eventually Odoacer and the king of the Ostrogoths, Theodoric, come to a peace treaty and say, hey, listen, we'll split it in half. You can have half of Italy, I'll take the other half, pretty much. And I bet you that, I don't really know what the divide was, but I'm sure it was something like this. Like just like around the Alps. So all these lands were there, all this was there, like Croatia and everything like that. So they say, okay, sure. Theodoric goes, yeah, let's make that happen. And when they go to sign the peace treaty, Theodoric ambushes Odoacer and kills him. And this becomes the kingdom of the Ostrogoths. Do I have a map of that? Yeah. So the kingdom of the Ostrogoths, who take over in 500 AD. So, I mean, taking a look from 395, that's essentially the birth of the Byzantine Empire, right? The birth of the Eastern Roman Empire, to 500, things have gone crazy in the West, right? You have a huge, big Western Roman Empire, and then a little Western Roman Empire, and then a little tiny Western Roman Empire, and then a kingdom of Italy, and now this kingdom of the Ostrogoths. So you get the Franks starting to grow, the Frisians starting to pop up. The Visigoths have now been pushed down out of Francia. So things are kind of starting to shape into the world that we know. And of course, we know something big is going to start happening down here in Hispania with the creation of Al-Andalus and the Reconquista and Islamic invasions and whatnot. But it's important to kind of understand how all this works, because the Eastern Roman Empire is so insulated from it because it kind of pays its way away from it. And this then leads to another individual after Zeno, who, this is just a gigantic map. Oh, that's why that's like this. So when Zeno dies, he appoints someone, or someone gets appointed emperor after him, and it is Anastasius. And Anastasius kind of reigns pretty inconsequentially. Like nothing happens. Nothing big changes. He doesn't really do a whole lot, but he just kind of keeps the empire as is, and he accrues a massive amount of money because he's not doing much. He's just kind of coagulating everything. Coagulate is not the word in this place. He's not water. He is not. He's not like a gel. By the way, he just kind of hoards his gold, and then when he passes on at the age of like 87. He passes the title to, well, the title is passed to, it is elected to Justin, which is just such a boring name after you look at Augustulus, Flavius, Anastasius, consolidating. Thank you, Matt. That's the word I could not think of in my head. And then it's just Justin takes over. Justin used to work retail at Abercrombie & Fitch, cut his teeth that way. Now he's emperor. But Justin was the head of the royal guard of the emperor. And he actually did have a really kind of cool, upbringing, right? He was this just kind of random ass, like, farmer who eventually joins the military, gets better and better and better, and becomes a prominent general, and so on and so forth, and then lands himself as the royal guard of the emperor. So he does have a really awesome character arc, but it's not him that is important. It is his cousin. No, it's his nephew, Justinian. And Justinian takes over, he abdicates the throne to Justinian, and Justin and Justinian rule for about a year or two before Justin passes on. And then when, boom, Justinian comes to reign, he creates the Eastern Roman Empire at its absolute highest land ownership. It's not its golden age. The golden age is under the Macedonian dynasty. But this is the empire of Justinian. Justinian is able to retake the West using his general Belisarius and retake all of the holdings south, southwest, and the bottom portion of Spain. So this is as close as the Eastern Roman Empire gets, the Byzantine Empire gets, to full ownership of the previous lands of the Roman Empire. Because remember, you have Francia over here, which has become a pretty big, the kingdom of the Franks, and the kingdom of the Visigoths, which have become very strong, right? They're pretty rooted in these locations now. So this is a pretty cool little map, because this is what we're going to try to achieve today, tomorrow, all this action. That will be our big goal. I've eaten an hour of our time doing this, and they're 2 wives, big intrigue. But this is kind of interesting. Like by doing this, he bankrupts the Eastern Roman Empire, because it takes so much money for Belisarius to accomplish this, that he runs into the same issue that the Western Roman Empire, well, the Roman Empire did, going, it's just too much land. It's too much cultural diversity. There's too many issues in and of that. It's hard to maintain, because if you think about this time, if we look at any one of these maps, like look at this map, each and every one of these locations, even though it has been highly Romanized, right? You get the Brythonic group, which comes out of the Roman Empire's occupation of Britannia, and then a subsequent retreating from Britannia. You get the Brythonic group, which comes from there. You get all of this stuff, and it's important to understand these things now, because the world geopolitically is the way it is because of a lot of the Western Europe's unifying efforts during this time. If Alexander the Great had not died, we would see a very different Middle East than we do today. But the British Empire kind of had a lot to do with that. Not to point fingers, you fucks, but I'm just saying. A lot of what we get historically and a lot of what we get culturally has to do with a lot of what happens in the beginning of these first 400, 500, 600 years, right? After the death of Christ, 400, the next like 700 years are huge, because look at all of these individual different cultural groups. And this is what's going to make the new Royal Courts DLC really exciting, because we'll be able to take these groups and have divergent cultures. It won't be so clear cut black and white. You'll be able to have like an Almanian Burgundian cultural group. It'll be really, really cool, and I'm really stoked on that. But still, it's important to understand all this to get a really good sense for it. It's why I like history so much, is to kind of understand, like, oh, you know, I'm Italian. I identify 100% as someone from Italy, but, you know, I'm Southern and Northern Italian, meaning I've got heavy Germanic influence in my northern side and heavy, Frankish influence because of the Norman occupation of southern, or the Norman ownership of southern Italy, as well as the where Normans come from, right? They are Vikings. No, not the British has to do with Alexander's death. Back in time, the British went to poison Alexander the Great. No, I'm talking about the Victorian era. The Victorian era is a really cool, interesting part of history, but it is really where things go awry and create the issues we have today in the world. A lot of them. Because a lot of countries never really get a chance to fully develop. Yeah? Yeah? The cat's just howling at me. Germanic paleness, I can relate. No, it's because I have a bunch of white lights on me, so I'm completely, like, bled out. But let's have some fun. Let's play some Crusader Kings 3. What time is it? Okay, so it's 35 minutes. I want to write this down now or else I'll forget it. So, 36. Okay. Absolutely, that king looks like me on purpose. So let's go over what I've done now, because I kind of created my own bookmark. So we're in 873 AD, and I did a little playing to set this campaign up. I didn't want to start from scratch. We want to have steampunk video games. Good one, Travers. Edie, how are you? And now that we're into the game, hello to everyone. Sorry, I wanted to get to that history lesson. I am using a number of mods here today. Nothing different than my usual fare. You can find it linked in the description. But here is my ruler, Despot Romanos of Sicily. Could you stop, please, young man? I'll feed you in a bit, don't worry. But I own Sicily, and I don't have it on still. I'm not gonna lie, I did some cheating to make this happen. Like, oh, my little buddy, he better be okay. The Basilius Basilica. The cannibal, I didn't realize he was a cannibal. I had nothing to do with that. He has, that's a cool idea. Ben West, I will share my save at the end of this, and then I want to see where you guys go after that, so we can put like screenshots up somewhere. That'd be really fun. So what we've done is, I'm still a part of the Byzantine Empire, but now that I am really in a strong position, he loves me too, so he hopefully won't do anything. And I have a hook against him. What is this? Strong test hook? Like I said, I did do some cheating to make this happen. So I myself am again the king of Sicily, and our objective here is to take the Empire of Italy. And I am going to hopefully be able to do that. We can't touch the papacy. You know, we'll never really be able to do that just yet. I might be able to try to knock them out, but who knows? And we're probably going to start off with going to war with them. And I own a lot of this land. So I own everything over here. So it'll just be a matter of going to war with them. It is unfortunate that I'll have to fight with East Francia because they're allied together. I don't have any real, like, great anything. Did you mean to make the despot Romulus your doppelganger? Always. Any character worth making is bald with a beard. Let me feed these cats real quick because they are howling at me. And then we will take over this kingdom. We will attack King Louis the Younger. So 1 second, guys. Ooh. Cats are wilding out. They're just like, meow, meow. Inheritance rule is nothing special here. But we can definitely go up to limited crown authority. I think I was trying to... My vassals all, for the most part, like me. I've got... Oh, that's not him. That's the wrong person. Sorry. I've got one single child, but I'm still 24. My wife is promising... And the only real cheating I did was to... Because we started right here in Syracuse. And it was rough. It's not an easy start. So what we did was pretty much just use cheats to make sure that no one... Because sometimes the Byzantine emperor can just go, oh, I'm going to take your land. I'm going to take that. I'm going to do this. So we just made sure that that didn't happen. And we have still some really strong mercenaries. We have a pretty good contingent of men-at-arms too. So we're still pretty strong. Guys, I haven't played this game in a long time. And I'm using the community flavor pack, so it adds just so many it adds so much flavor to the game. You would expect it with a name like community flavor pack, but let me make my point here. Go into barbershop. Let me go clothes. So many different types of armor. Like, I love it. I love it. Oh, hey, we're gonna demonetize now. They put something in for like, They put in like a cool Roman thing I saw on the old Swada. My guy's also like jacked, so he like clips through clothing. It's pretty funny. Give them the Belgian chocolate. This is just me showing off this great mod that everyone should have. I think it's the most downloaded mod, is Community Flavor Pack. There's another one too on here that I've got. It gives me, these little icons are from it. If I missed anyone's comments during history time, I apologize. Ghaznavid's a really cool history. So after we do this, I'll probably do... Look at that cool Northern Slavic, Northern armor. I gotta step through doors sideways and go. I'll probably do Georgia. Balto-Finnic armor. Georgia's got a really cool history I really like. So we'll probably do that one. Roman. Camarito, it is my pleasure to do so. That's not going to be good. That's a lot of sneak right to the brain. Okay. Empty council positions. We're using the minor council mod, which will eventually be added into the game. This mod comes to us by a group of modders, but at the same time, they've already said for the royal courts that it's coming. And the modders basically said, we're just going to port in the one from, what's it called? Ooh, deceitful, huh? Well, Barbara, let's see what you do. I don't have any dwarfs in my realm, so that's not going to happen. But they ported it in from Crusader Kings 2, I believe, right? I never played 2 to, like, any particular worth. Okay, so I think we just jump right into this war here. I don't want that. I don't want that. The Empire title. Maybe I gotta take a look at that. Where's the Empire title? Okay. Not yet created. Okay, the title is same or higher tier than the primary title of yours. Okay, we need 6 more counties before we can do that. This son of a bitch, it's already gonna hamper my plans for this. But we can do some other little rapscallion things. What are you doing? Okay, you're converting a faith. You're converting faith? Okay. So we will try to do this. Let me just think here. I gotta get my brain around some things. It's been a long time since I've played. Because now that we're not, I'm so used to playing like a faction that can go, yeah, declare war, declare war, declare war, declare war. Yeah, so we're either going to take it over from the inside Carol or break free of it. It'll be one or the other. And at this point in the game, we are just about, if not stronger than, just about as strong as them. Duchies. Where's the duchies? Okay. Alright, so I own Duchy of Sicily and Duchy of Salerno. Perfect. Which is good because they're in my kingdom, so I will get plenty of gold. So, let me think here. We are using mods, Nivek. They should all be in my description. There might be one or two that are not there, but the big one here is, like, if you can tell, obviously, is the mod that changes the way the map looks, which I love a lot. I love what it does there. You know what? I thought I had an ability to do more here, and it looks like I don't. That's pissing me off right now. Remember when I was like, this is going to be way faster. Okay. My little buddy. Okay, decisions. I also have like stuff like show expanded alert options, so I've got a bunch of that mod on too, which is great. Well, we could declare south. Corsica is, unfortunately, I can't declare any kind of war on him, which is weird because I thought I set this up to do so. That's why I'm like a little like, that's why I'm kind of like hung up right now. I'm like, this shouldn't be like this. But we could just start taking over old, oh, that's right, I've got a truce with him. They matter these days. Am I afraid of the future of Warhammer 3? Nope, not at all. I just want to see stuff, that's it. I think we all want to just see stuff, that's it. I am not scared at all. The game's going to be great. Like, I'm jacked as shit for Cathay. They look awesome. I would actually kind of like to see a flavor pack. Oh, the next flavor pack? I don't... The next flavor pack I'd like to see would be Middle East. But the next DLC is going to be sweet. Yeah, Sparty's ambitions once again foiled by diplomatic niceties. Well, we can actually have some fun here and take over some stuff like this. What? Why? What do you mean? I don't need a Casus Belli. He's a pagan. Should be able to declare a holy war on him. Yeah, so that was the big thing, is kicking them off Crete, but that's... I don't know why it's not letting me. Is it a... I'm not wrong here, right? I mean, I should be able to declare war on this. Oh, offer vassalage? Why would I want to do that? Well, we can start expanding into North Africa, which, I mean... So, my objective here is to take Italy, all these lands here, right? Bulgaria, Croatia, everything. Just say Croatia and Serbia. Which, I mean, that might be where we focus first, to be honest, in this episode. Maybe we just do that. I thought I had set this up better to do this, but it appears not. So I apologize, guys. Remember when I said I was going to make this a lot faster, and then I just shit the bed immediately. So that's my bad, my bros. That's right, Ben West, you're right. Well, I can declare holy wars, like no problem, right? I know I said I'd be really kind of like taking the reins here and doing this as fast as I can, but let me ask you guys this. Would you rather I go into the Serbian kingdoms or into Northern Africa first? Let's just have that as an option. Dubrovnik? I think so, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh. There you go, Dubrovnik. It's cool because if you play as, you can create like the Kingdom of Serbia and everything, which is really cool. Yeah, so OS said Africa, the breadbasket of the Roman Empire. After the Roman Empire lost Egypt and everything to the rising Islamic nation, Abbasids, it couldn't survive. Cairo was the biggest breadbasket of the nation, and it was really hard for them to maintain a population after that. It almost caused, and in conjunction with the Justinian plague, it caused a huge issue of population in Constantinople. And it wasn't until the Macedonian dynasty that Constantinople was essentially repopulated and then depopulated during the Third Crusades, when they pretty much sacked the shit out of everything around, created the Latin Empire, and then the Latin Empire fell to the very small, became a very small little, just this region right here was I mean, here. This was the Eastern Roman Empire at its end of days. Kind of essentially the Duchy of Thrace. It was just pretty much here, which is Byzantium. Man, a lot of you guys, it's pretty split, I'd say. Yes, Valentinian III. OS. Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. Okay, so let's just go over here. It's going to be easy. Well, maybe easy. It's just going to be a matter of getting the right war target here. And trying to maximize the amount of land we get. What's going on here? It's only let me attacking that one. Am I? I should be able, though, to still attack the other county he has as an option. It won't let me choose that option. That's weird, man. Again, I should be able to attack him, too. What is limiting me? You're right. It is one closest to the border. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I always forget those little tiny, like, dumb rules. Okay, so we will take this duchy of Dukla. You know what? I think this is going to be a better goal. It'll be harder to maintain is the biggest problem, though. I want success. Aang, what were you saying, man? Do succession rights since you're in 800. That's not going to matter much. Matt Honky, what's up? Matt Honky Lips. So we'll go for the Balkans here. And just go for this. I think that's a good little first move. Let me just make sure that, okay, so that's gonna be like that. This will be first. Yeah, the problem with going through Egypt is we're gonna have to deal with so much issue. We're just gonna go for this first. Make sure you check the duchy first. Yeah, there are very few, like Dubrovnik is pretty much just one. But Dukla here, I mean, I can do it. I haven't done it yet, Sam. It was, I wanted to maintain my, there you go. Boop. This will give us a nice little connection in. Oh, I see what you mean, Aang. I got what you're saying, brother. I got what you're saying. Remember when I did the wrong person? I meant to do it on this guy. I'm gonna fix that right now. This is the dude. Alfix, what's up, man? Okay. I haven't heard that sound in forever. Get all of our men together here. You want me to do this? So what OS is saying is this. March. So increases levy size, garrison size, and levy reinforcement rate. Some additional taxes going here. A faction's created against me. Count Gregorius, you penis. Who am I working on right now? Swing Mikael. Yeah, 4 more months on those mercenaries. Let's go across and take it out. I mean, we're going to have disembarkation issues, but that's easy to deal with. Grant of vassal, sender. Oh. Greetings, my implacable vassal. Good tidings, I have decided to make Count Isidorus of Lecce your vassal. I'll take it. That means this little guy is now mine. So Michael has been swayed. Ah, another pregnant lady. Is he a notable guy? I think I have a pretty good council. Take a look at my council, too. Oh, Count Gregorius, you're trying to have a Liberty faction against me, you penis? Okay, so here's a cool mod. Check this out. Historical figure. Gregorius Spartanius. We've talked about the Spartanos dynasty. But it's not the same one. There's the... They basically create the Baltic kingdoms. It's not the same guy. Okay, I hate when that happens. There we go. Okay, here is a question. Who has any interest in watching me play Diablo 2? Because I've been playing the shit out of it. Diablo 2 is one of my favorite games. I've been playing it for ages. So I know a lot about it. But I might do late night streams. I've been playing it late at night. It's just kind of one of those games that I love playing. Oh, Gregarious, you've been maimed. It's because you wanted to make a Liberty faction against you, dick. A remaster. Alright, so the mercenary company is gone. That's not that big of a deal. Titles can be created. Kingdom of Sardinia. You can lawfully imprison. I can I? Ah, you fornicator! Okay. What's this do? What does he want? This do is terrible is the problem. Lucid Crunch. I'm using IR terrain, so Imperator Rome terrain. It turns it into the Imperator Rome map. It is. I played it at night for ages, man, and I just kind of push our way through this, and I just I enjoy it. Oh, Despotizarin, you have the baby is no longer pregnant. That's not the word. I'm sorry. It's the sneak energy. It makes me racist towards my own kind. And got it. Hey, force demands. You are now mine. So let's take a look here at a big thing that's going to help us out. And this is just to kind of help you if you're playing. So religion here is Slovakianism, right? So that's going to make it a little challenging. Orthodox too is predominantly here. So any region I'm trying to take that is not Orthodox is going to be a little bit of a challenge. So we do have to kind of keep that all in mind, but it'll be okay. These lands can be tamed. Rolling in their graves. As always, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please do make sure to like it. I can't tell you how much that helps me a ton. I cannot tell you. Okay. And if you want me to explain anything, go ahead and say it. I'm just going to, for the most part, talk about what I'm doing, but I'll keep it pretty quick and brief and just trying to keep a solid roll on everything. Okay, let me just kind of get an idea of what's going to do here. Maybe do him. Duchy, Euclid, what are you? Do you have any allies? You do. Who are you? You piece of shit is what you are, bro. Nice. What did we take? Stefan, the court what? Court champion? No. I'll get some money for it. How much time did it take? Oh, my liege goes to war. I shan't help. How long did it take me to acclimate or adapt to CK? A solid 4 or 5 days of playing. Dangerous faction indeed. Okay, so that will happen. But where is these regions? Palermo, I think, might be converted right now. Yeah, so we're converting Palermo. That's just going to take its time. You. Like 7 years and a lot easier to pick up than CK2. 100% agreed. Gotta just keep coming back and forth into the fire here. I mean, it's costing me soldiers. Uh-oh. Ah, she died of what? That's what I thought. Okay, combatant slain. Just, What's up, Hugh Gedney? How are you doing, brother? I always like to look for good. I mean, this guy actually, I probably should have converted him, but I always like to look for good potential future. No. You won't get that. Demand conversion to recruit him. So I'm going to demand a conversion to recruit him because he's still Serbian. So it'll help me rule this land as I appoint him a vassal in this region. There we go. I mean, this guy's actually pretty good too. I'll be totally honest with you. The problem is he's landed, but what I can do is this. Is demand his conversion. What is this guy like? I mean, and he's actually a pretty... he's paranoid, diligent, and brave. This dude, though, is actually still... He's fickle, generous. He's a historical character. Miroslav. Shy, generous, and fickle. I mean, unfortunately, you can't convert... landed characters. Like, I can't do this. See? He's a landed ruler. He's not my vassal. And if I could, it'd be really strong because then I could just take this guy over and be like, okay, well, I think this is also his son. Yeah, and we'll... Man, his conversion. Basically, we're releasing these people and keeping them converted because if they were to take back over, it allows us to maintain the fact that they are already converted to Orthodoxy. It helps to keep their lands Orthodox. Okay, now do this. So we now have this land, which is good. Expand all. Now let me take a look here real quick management-wise, because we're over our lands. So we do have a duchy we can give away. But we shan't be giving away a duchy. Do we own the title though for that duchy? We don't, or else it would tell me I've got too many titles. So because these are both Slovakian Pravda, Slovakian Justice, or Slovakian Truth is what that means. Slavic Truth, or Justice. What we're probably going to do here is take this, grant it to someone who is Serbian. Like this guy. I am not OS. I am not. I'm sure it's great though. So I'm going to give him just one. Slavic Truth. Thank you, Carol. And this will help us kind of stay below our limit. But he will try to convert this land for me. Because he is now Orthodox. Serbian Orthodox. There we go. And he's my vassal. Why am I still trying to sway Michael here? Who are you? I don't know why I'm trying to sway him. So let me take a look real quick at my court. See who we're going to sway on my court. I should probably sway that one dude who's trying to like have a fucking temper tantrum with me. Yeah, you penis. I mean, at the same time though, is he really worth swaying? I'm going to just send you a gift. Yeah, that'll do. Pay that away. I can't give him March yet. OS. I know you want me to do a lot of marching, but I can't, my brother. Take a look, see. I thought I could do the contract through here, but I don't have March unlocked. You have to research it. And oh, we're still part of the Byzantine cultural group. We will probably try to make the Roman or Italian cultural group. Either one. I don't think that exists right now. Oh, it does. Italian does exist. It's Pope Lucius. But we're making good headway over here. We can probably gobble that up too. We're not yet a paragon of virtue. Oh! We're a devoted saint, so we need to get more. Are we? Develop a capital. Jesus Christ. I actually didn't know that was a subject of diligent. I forgot that they added that in. Do I not have a position? Oh, yeah, damn right I do. What culture? We are just Byzantine. Or we're Greek. We're Greek. Let's go on a pilgrimage real quick. My character is he's the big dick daddy from Cincinnati. And we will go... I mean, we could do a big one. No, let's just go to Constantinople. I mean, it's actually not that much more. Let's go for big. Let's go to Jerusalem. We'll do Jerusalem together, my bros. As I prepare for my journey, I know that I will travel safely. And this will give us more to get up our piety up to get to declaring war on a kingdom. Because right now we can't do that, and it is annoying. Now we can do a duchy here. Or there. What the big thing we'll probably do is we do a duchy here. And since we're doing it on the duchy capital, Dubrovnik, we should be able to... Ah, goddamn right I am. An efficient census, of course, because that guy's an idiot. Messina. Okay. All my home base stuff is in disarray. What Italian football team do I support? I do not really support any, really. Manchester. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, even when on pilgrimage, the priests still hold mass every Sunday. It is held out in the open when no church is nearby, but early this morning a storm rolled in and has not ceased. Undeterred, a zealous priest is standing out in the pouring rain, giving a sermon about perseverance in the face of adversity. Despite this, the size of the audience is rapidly dwindling as discouraged adherents seek refuge from the torrential rain. While a 20% chance of getting ill isn't terrible, I shall forget this madness. Let me just double check though how that works. Ah. So if I do that, I cannot do what I'm thinking. Okay. So I thought these both were part of that duchy. They are not. Later, Hugh. Have a good one, brother. Because what I was gonna do is take the other county and say, hey, well, you're my vassal. So don't play hard to get anymore. But that's not the case. And this has got a lot of duchies in it. I should be able to declare war on this entire duchy. Oh, no, never mind. I can't. Because it's got 3 other duchies in it. God, that is an annoyance. Okay. He's got 3 counties in here. I'm better off going than the Duchy of Zashlumia. Out here late at night, I sometimes look at the stars and wonder, can God even see me this far from home? God would wish me to, of course, dedicated pilgrim. Monthly piety was nice. What I truly want is to see foreign lands. Worldly pilgrimage. Pursuit of diplomacy. I like that. This is all for the sake of appearances. Whoa! I am not that. God damn it. Guy's looking just like me, though. I don't have any stress, but I do like the diplomacy increase, so we'll go with that. Less of an RP roll, obviously. Trying to do a little bit of min-maxy stuff, but not too much. I just hate these little, like... I hate little minor wars like that, because this guy's got lands across 2 different duchies, so it's going to result in me having to deal with... Well, I'm probably better off going up into Serbia, if I can get the Serbian king title. Need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there it is. That's going to give me the Serbian king title. Because really I want, like, these lands. This is kind of historically Roman, right? Mainly more this, less of this. Like... God damn it. Can you guys not screw up anymore? So I do have another mod. How terrible is this guy? He's not the best. I can do this. Oh, is it not there? I have a mod that allows me to... cannot fire this counselor. I have an ability to swap him out, but I think it only works for Catholicism. I'm finally here, body and soul at the Great Church of Jerusalem. Wabam. Please Architect, you gain the seats of bishops. So clergy opinion plus 10. Nice. Illyricum, yes, right here. So, I've basically caused that. Whoopsie. Sorry, buddy. Like Loch next. So, Zoc Lumia. Like that? Did I get it right? So this guy will be kind of tedious, but I think we can do it. Inferior to ours. The problem is there's so many mountains here, right? Alright, it's been a long one, but I've finally come home again. Okay. We're good to go. We're home. We're safe. Can't do anything with him, can I? Yeah, just this bullshit claim. I don't care about your claim down here, bro. Who's he at war with? Tend to kind of wait for these factions to eat each other up, and then you can kind of swing in a little bit easier. In Croatia, we have to wait more as well. We're not really bordering them. Michael's not... I don't care about Michael anymore, okay? Thank you very much, Carl. I appreciate that, man. Like I've said, guys, feel free to... Did that work? Use my sneak code Sparty at checkout, and it helps me a ton. It doesn't get you a discount, unfortunately, which sucks, but it does help support the channel. I can declare a bullshit war on a single claim to get a fucking thing against me. Okay. Let's go ahead and just do Zoc Lumia. Because he's got a smaller army, right? Yes. Why am I not on this list? Ah, because I'm right there. You do kind of have to be a little wary of expanding too fast, because you do want to... Oh, okay, you're going to go over there? That's fine with me. Arr! I almost got you. He's going to go all the way around. To the loathsome despot, you have burdened with your oppressive laws. Okay. No. So how many did you raise? Nothing really scary here. But I could probably do a little bit of this. Jump to military. Mercenaries. Make the black band for like damn near nothing. And ride these peasants to dust. Demoquin, I'm glad you're here, brother. Hoplites of Galatia. It's a lot of money, though. Oh, we'll just do this. They transform into ships automatically, Mel. It takes time for them to actually leave, though. Whoa, 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 what's this? Uh-huh. My duchy is under... Mm-hmm. Oh, son of a bitch. That's my duchy he's attacking. I'll have to figure out a way to deal with that in a second here. Okay, so we won this siege. Let's go help out. So it takes time for you to actually disembark, and it's implied you're building ships or taking whatever you need to do it. You don't just kind of like appear. There we go. Ah, yes, good. Isn't that true? Okay. Forgiving, chaste, and patient. Ah, what is this? While there's numerous attempts to curry my favor, I've not gotten notice. I cannot feel but irritated because there's an interest in me. I don't like that kind of stuff either. Well, it's not terrible. My Chancellor. Just don't bother me, man. I don't like this, though. Who the fuck? Oh, man, this guy over here doing his little action. No! Damn it. Flying Dutch, thank you, man. My Italian Spartancy. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that, bro. Spends 250. Yeah.
Thank you for the donation.
I'm a little upset by this. Because I don't know how to help out. I mean, this is my vassal. And it bothers me that, like... Oh. He is perpetuating that way. Okay. I won't lose territory on this. He is the attacker. Okay, never mind, never mind. So you're like, I don't get what's going on.
Thank you for the donation.
Oh, we got another one? Give me just a sec, man, and I'll take a look at what you said. Thank you very much. Oh, 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 oh. That's my capital, man. Just in case some bullshit happens there. Mod says, hello from Turkey, nice to see you back. Thank you, brother. Thank you for watching, my guy. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the donations today, guys. Very, very generous of you. I got a perk available? Actually, didn't even notice that. Living off the land. Raid speed, supply capacity. Yeah, probably that one. Although Serve of the Crown was pretty good. Can we make it in time? That's a pretty girthy rebel force, to be totally honest, though. Oh! Okay, we... Stop! 31 days left. Okay, now we can switch back to this guy. This guy. Shit. Well, that was that. Theodpert, you've been slain! And this guy's actually not that bad. Let me take a look at my... What's my current knight setup? This is the Knight Manager, by the way, which just really helps out in just making sure that, you know, I don't want my heir to fight. I don't want anyone on my council to fight. My dynasty, bad fighters. Let's say no bad fighters. That puts that at that. That was damn close, you're right. Ambitious, compassionate, and brave. Unfortunately, he's not a terrible dude, but, I mean, here. I think that's worth it. Joins up with us. I thought we were sieging over here. Would appear not. I meant to here. Do the siege. Bank, right? I believe they can't either. I think you are correct. So, move back here and across the river. What do they have? What's this army consist of? Enough that would deter me from wanting to jump into a siege with them, so we will wait. No train effects, that's right. I'm just kind of using this guy to... Hey, Flesson, thank you very much, man. Been a member for 7 months, brother. Thank you. The Kingdom of Italy and Benevento are kind of going at it here, and since he's attacking, I don't care. I thought Italy was attacking him. I was like, dude, that's not good. Unfortunately, I can't even do anything about it. They're having a little Liberty War there, huh? Ooh, an experienced fighter, you say? Yes, you are. Welcome to the family. 40? Take it. Alright, so my guy's here. Link up with the other army. Let his disembarkation wear off. Where is this? This is in the mountains, and that's just not going to go well for me, I think. Yeah, spearmen. Oh, bonus mountains. I'd actually like to get a little bit, increase the size on these because they counter skirmishers, and skirmishers you experience probably the most of in the early game, in my opinion. When did you start the stream, Sir Marcolot? About an hour and a half ago. Well, since starvation's running, we'll just go for the war. Though I will surely see my battlefields before I meet my maker, my library holds tales of war from 100 lifetimes. I recently acquired a tome on the Great Battle of the Catalonian Plains, as well as a time-worn scroll written in some ancient language. Who knows what forgotten Catalonian Plains? Is this what I think it is? The one with Attila? Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. All up in Gaul. Your boy getting thick. Oh, 100%? 100%? I uncover a piece of ancient knowledge. You gain 100% martial lifestyle. You gain 1 martial learning and commander bonus for 20. Yeah, that's going to have to happen. Ooh, who's teaching him? Good. Good. This guy's going to be badass. Let's look real quick. The worst part of the game is trying to find a little bro for your bro. Heritable traits. So he has got Genius. So let us find, how old is he? He's 8 years old, the little piper. Let's see. No one's looking pretty awesome on the list here. Because you always want to choose someone your age or younger as a man. Because if you choose someone older, there's a chance that you would not be able to have kids. Like, I'd have to wait 8 more years, and by that time, she's going to be 26. Because that would have been pretty good. This one would have been a really good one. Although she is vengeful, but that's fine. We might have to wait a little bit longer and see what pops up. Children's Crusade for maximum. That was a pretty brutal crusade. Lessons from the past. Aha. By blocking the narrow coastal pass of Thermopylae, the massively outnumbered Greek troops held off the Persian army for 7 days. During the last day, the king Leonidas was outflanked. He dismissed the bulk of his army and guarded their retreat in a glorious last stand. The heroism of his troops is a testament to the power of a patriotic army defending its native lands. Can I just say, the more you learn about antiquity, the more you learn that the Spartans were more of a symbolic force and less of an actual badass military unit. They had a really awesome military rich oligarchy. You know, like it was a strong military led city state, and they arguably won the war against Athens. And as a result, though, like you kind of always think of Neo-Spartan culture, which was revived during antiquity. Sparta became like essentially a tourist attraction for Rome. After Rome conquered not the Iberian Peninsula, the peninsula of Greece that I cannot think of, that has the name is based off of it. Not the Pontic Wars. Oh my God. Not Balkan. Balkan's north. What's the name of the Greek peninsula? Oh, not Attica. Peloponnese. For the Peloponnesian War. God damn, man. So after they conquered the Peloponnesian, after they won the Peloponnesian War and took over the Peloponnesian Peninsula, Sparta was a tourist attraction, but Sparta at the time had been like nothing really. It had kind of been beaten down. Even after Alexander the Great had taken, well, Alexander the Great's father, Philip, took Sparta and kind of maintained Sparta as this like icon, it had fallen from grace. And it has this kind of neo-antiquity resurgence after. When the Romans take it, they really resurge the culture and the architecture of the time, creating a Hellenic versus Hellenistic, kind of creating a like, oh, look at this, go to Sparta and you get to see Sparta as it was. And it was not actually this big, huge military powerhouse that we think of. It was a powerhouse in the very beginning, in very early antiquity when it was fighting against other city-states. But really, it goes like Athenians had a really awesome navy, but Thebes actually had a really big, badass military force. And we don't really think of that at all when we think of ancient Greeks and fighting forces. We just think of Spartans. Augustus that revived it. Thank you, Billy Chops. I couldn't think of who did it. He dismissed the bulk of his army and guarded their retreat. When I learned the Battle of Thermopylae, the Hell's Gate, I did not learn it in a book. I had a really cool 6th grade history teacher named Mr. Bonsanto, Mr. B. And he would say, okay, close your books today, guys. I want you to take out a piece of paper and I'm going to write names on the board. And you're going to memorize these names, and this is what's going to be on the test. But he told the Battle of Thermopylae verbally. He told it the way it would have been retold, through word of mouth. He did not have us write down dates and all this stuff. Like, I was #blessed with having a lot of really cool, passionate history teachers that did not stress dates, but stressed the implications of the actions of the time. Hey, this is why this was important, because the Persian Empire was this huge force. And this is why it was important and why it really kind of stemmed off Persian Empire, or the Persian invasion of Greece. Like, it was really, really cool. He did the same thing for Helen of Troy. He put 2 columns up and wrote Trojans and wrote Achaeans. And then he just put dash. Okay, here's Helen. So here's who Helen was. So as he told the story, he would add a name to both sides. Then he would cross them off as they died and talk about, okay, well, here's Ajax, the man who just defended the rear portion of the Achaean forces and was really much this wall and everything like that. Like, it was really, really, really cool. Like, it was awesome to have that as a teacher, because that's where my love of antiquity came from. Well, my brother is huge into like Roman history. So growing up, I would always be kind of engrossed in it. It's why I don't know dates very well. It's why I was like, oh, the fall of Byzantine Empire in 15th century. Like, I don't remember. Okay, so study ancient texts plus 2 to learning. Oh, for sure. My learning is actually pretty damn good already. And this is going to give me even more martial lifestyle. Yeah, I know it's 1453. We established it earlier, but I was like, oh, 1496? Columbus sailed the ocean blue? I actually would, if someone said, hey, you can have any job and it'll pay you a living wage, it'll pay you a comfortable wage. Like, so let's just say a living wage plus 20K. I don't know what that would be. It would probably be a high school history teacher. I would have a lot of fun doing that. Thick boy's name? Romanos Konstantinos? I actually am trying to find like good history books to buy and learn other things that I just don't know about. Like, County of Dukla has given rise to a peasant rabble. Sons of bitches. My problem is, though, I don't like the Bello Gallico. No, the wars. Romanos the Bald. My problem is I don't like history books that are told as a point of fact. I like history books that are told from a narrative standpoint. Or like, it's just hard to read a history book that goes, and in 1453, the Byzantine Empire fell to a combined force of Ottomans and other mercenary forces. Thanks. I found this book. This was a pretty cool little book. So I went to Barnes & Noble and I was like, oh, let me find a book to read. And I saw this really cool history book that was like just called like The History. And it was basically every page you turned, it starts like all the way like pre-man, right? And it goes up and every page you turn, like it's like a two to four pages is broken up into a certain specific time frame. So you get like a lot of little bites of history as you go along. So then it's like, oh, okay, cool. After that, I could go and find the history that I want to learn, or something like that. Like, and it was done very kind of factoid, smaller little bites and bits, versus like, hey, here's 450 pages on the fall of the Seleucid Empire. Like, fuck. I still have a Barnes & Noble. I used to go to this Barnes & Noble. Ever since I came here for college, I would go every Sunday and just read. Okay. I just brought it up, so I'll read a Catalyst. I also bought these. I was talking to the developer of Songs of Conquest, and he recommended the Blade itself, which looks good, and Metro 2033, based off the game, obviously. But he's like, this is like really campy, fun sci-fi, and this is like really brutal fantasy. So I'm stoked to read both of these. The Blade itself by Joseph Abercrombie. Anrak, thank you. That's sick. The website Bookshop sells books and gives a portion of each sale to small local bookstores. Shiwan, what's up, dude? It did? Mine doesn't have that. There was one girl that I went to Barnes & Noble once, and this girl was beautiful, and she worked there, and I was like, I love you. I mean, do you know where I can find the Legos? I'm 5. I mean, huh? Okay, so we need to divvy up more land. Radomir, what is Radomir? I mean, he's actually pretty solid. Humble and... I mean, he's impatient, but dude, I think we snatch this bad boy. Oh, Radomir. This guy. Forgiving, chaste, and patient. Yeah, take him. Take him, man. you cannot have a navy per se, Lucas. Your force is a navy, but there's no naval battles in this game, no. Let me make sure that I have no other prisoners. Okay, he's going away. Radoslav. I mean, I don't like you, man. You I am just be gone. Just convert and leave. Okay, so we have to quickly take care of okay, is this Gacko? Is that how I pronounce this? As who did post humor? I started as Syracuse. Syracusa, I believe. I can't remember who I originally started as, to be totally honest with you. I've set this up months ago. But this is good. This is good. This is good. There's a lot going on here. Independence War. 18 months left to convert that, which is really strong. We really need to boost this up, though. Let's get this small one with Messenia. And we're making headway over here. I think, though, what we can do is, I always kind of get a little confused on how this would work. So if I want to go declare war here on Rashka for this duchy, for Rashka, which would then give me I could assign myself kingdom, the kingdom here of Serbia, which I don't want to do. I'm better off trying to take the Empire of Italy, which I should actually, to be totally honest with you, that's what I should have been focusing on this episode, because we just need 6 more duchies to do this. And we could probably do that by Spoleto here winning this war. If they win that war, we'll be in good shape. So once this happens, we're going to try to fabricate a claim on them. Hopefully we get the duchy, which I don't think we will. But basically we just need 6 more counties to get that title. And we can basically take over using the claim against him with the claim to Italy. So let's take a look here. Croatia. Oh, because he's a Catholic nation. That's right. Stupid Ryan. Your dumbhead from Dumbland. Okay, we'll unpause this. We'll fabricate it once we finish this, Edie, because we do want to convert Palermo ASAP, since this is my capital. We want this to be Byzantine or Orthodox. And then the real big challenge is going to be converting all. Ooh, we got to do this too. The biggest challenge is going to be converting everyone. Christophoros. I like this guy. I don't know why he is Slavic, but today I have made this choice. You will do this. You're good there. You're good there. Still no dwarfs. He's losing this war, unfortunately. He just wants Capua. Or the Capua right there. Convert to Judaism. Now we have to convert to Hell. What's it called? Hellenism. It is called Hellenism. This will be hard to do. Oh, shit. So, we're actually going to invite these 2. Which are physicians. How are my other vassals doing real quick? Gildor is pissed at me. She'll host a feast. Well. There was a mercenary unit called the Longbeards. Oh, there. Longbeard Band. It might be worth it to... I only have 19 of 151 acquired counties. This son of a bitch. I mean, we have a good little chunk of land over here, though. And he loves the shit out of us. It's his son, though, I'm about. Oh, he's my guest. That's right. Don't I have like a... Yeah. I set that up. I am a king, Christian Bender. I am a king. And I wanted to look at this, too. How's this faction going? Against your liege. So that is this guy. Ooh, over there. Ooh. Yeah, you can start as the Emperor of the Byzantine Empire. It's just hard. Are we about to win this, too? For that puny-ass chiefdom? Alright. Do what you want. So, oh, I keep forgetting I gotta do this. Okay, so let's do, we gotta go down by 2. How's my wife helping me out? Okay, let's have her do, she's not even worth managing the domain with. But we can have her do patronage, I suppose. Oh, that's right, because I'm not down by... Where's the politics? Like court politics a little bit more. Okay. So let's do this. So these guys are all Serbian? Yes. So these guys are all Serbian. And you are deceitful. I do not like that. So if anything, I would give him more of Dukla. Tough soldier, content. Okay, this guy's good. Zealous? Never. Syracuse is who we started as. Content, gregarious, and stubborn. He seems pretty intelligent, too. He has good stewardship. I always like to get a good stewardship because they will manage the lands very well. Temperate, okay, so... No. Okay, so I actually think it's going to be these two. Stubborn, gregarious, and content. I am still in the Byzantine Empire, yeah. That gave us a ton of people to choose from, which is nice. Oh no, unpause that shit. And you convert. Eh. They'll convert. They all convert. They all convert. $28 for that. Yeah, we will convert to Hellenism. in due time. You know what? I'm actually going to grant him Ribbon as well. And because he's solid. All intents and purposes, this guy's good, and I want him to stay in control over here. My account, Qasim has an extra. You son of a bitch! I just gave you goods. Sadistic, but I do need some better guys here. How's this going over here for you, Benevento? Not looking too sharp. Not looking too sharp for you, my dude. Okay. That's those lands. So here's my big problem. I never can kind of hash this out properly. Because this is an independent liberty war, and they are losing. So if I declare war on him for this duchy, I'm pretty sure if he loses, I lose my war target. So I might wait for that war to finish itself before I even take care of it or do anything with it. Okay, so these guys are going to be harder to kind of deal with. This one, not so much. Tengri Bulgarians? What are the Bulgarians doing? Always a peasant revolt in Palermo. Ultimately it'll be probably Constantinople, Sam. I mean, we're still only 28. My wife is 32. Popping out these babies, lady. Nope. Dalmatian needs to maybe just become like dude. What do you think, guys? Do we do Rashka and get these three right here? He should hopefully make his own duchy on himself. Could snatch up these little guys though. Hey, that guy's solid. Look at that, that's sweet looking. Yes, continue to fall apart at the seams. Okay, task aborted. Did it convert? Is that why? Yeah. Okay, so now we start fabricating a claim here. That's a different color map on everything. So. What's up, Rob? Your potatoes? Let me look at the duchy titles. And I need 6 more. So Spoleto here. 1, 2, 3. Anaconda. All in their kind of own realm here. Until they finish this independence war. Can I just help you? This mine? There's a mine over here, I think. Yeah. The Argenteria mine, which we'll construct right now. What's up, buddy? Yeah, absolutely. DA213. I'm kind of just waiting for Bangalore to have like a really sweet update for me just to go, boom, let's go hard on it. Let's just kind of keep going. I keep pressing pause and I hate when I do that. I hold it. This is mine. This is my vassal. I don't directly hold it, you're correct, but it will generate money and I will get a portion of it. Lewis, what's up, dude? This is Crusader Kings 3. If you like the campaign management of Total War Warhammer, you're going to love this game. Okay, we're waiting for this to kind of kick off. It's almost done with. I went to my court in Rossano, huh? Who are you? Who the hell are you, dude? I'll do it. What I think they asked right now, they just need more. They need more armor, mainly. Looks a little bland right now. Oh ho, getting sick, are ya? Can I not? Let me join you, dude. Let me join your war. What are you doing? The church won't take the gold Billy Chops because I'm Orthodox. The last thing I want. Well, maybe, well, you never want vassals to have a hook on you. I'll take the 50 stress. It is so brutal to get a hook. Because they'll do something crappy. It won't even be like a normal, like, oh yeah, I just want something like this. Like, it's something terrible usually. Waiting for this to finish here. I'm gonna speed that up. Interesting conversation. Countess Anastasia. No. Please do go on. Thank you, DA. Appreciate it, brother. Farewell, my steward. Fucked me. Yeah, man. You stay safe too, brother. It's a wild world out there. Ooh, I forgot to do this. Hold on, guys. 1 second. You are covered. Dude. What are you doing? I'm pretty allergic to cats. But he's just a nice little guy. He's an old, like, 15-year-old cat. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Okay. I'll go turn your hot pad on. He's my roommate's cat. And he comes up to me and kind of goes like, meow, meow. Because he wants me to go turn the hot pad on in my roommate's room so he can get on it and go to sleep. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, it's less of an outright game of war, and more of a game of like political intrigue, which I didn't think I'd ever really like, but I really do. Oh. That's not good. Let's kill him. So here's what's going to happen. Let me take a look at who just made a donation. Thank you very much. Sorry, excuse me, guys. Oh, shit. Thank you very much, Edie. Huge $25 donation. Biggest donation we've had in a long time. Actually, no, Larry McFart dropped a whole bunch last time. This is a bribe. A flat-out, bald-faced bribe. One more CK3 streams and 2 more cat. I will absolutely hook that up for you. Don't you even worry. So, take a look at what's going on here. So he's sick right now, and hopefully he'll be okay, right? His health is fine. He's just ill. He should be just fine. I think he's even got a court position too. I think it's somewhere in here. I'll look for it, but it's not really that. Oh, whoa! Got a lot of guys over here. But his heir is his daughter, and his daughter is married to the Eastern King, or the King of Eastern Francia. So, what's gonna happen is, unless something happens, unless he has a son and wants to give it to the son. Nope. Yeah, he's got nothing but, yeah, I don't think he's gonna have a son. This is going to join that. It's gonna be huge. Actually, I think it'll stay independent, because it'll be the same level of title. Yeah. She'll be the queen of Italy, and he'll be the king of Francia, Eastern Francia. So it'll be kind of like a powerhouse couple. This happened to us in our campaign over here, where my wife was the queen of Lothringia, while I was the emperor of Hispania. Well, the king of Leon Castile. So we gotta hope that this war goes through. We unfortunately can't influence in any way, shape, or form. This one. And he is losing it, which is good. So let's kind of keep this going here. Oh, no, that's what I was doing. We need to fabricate a claim. Well, you know a thing or two about metaphysical conundrums. The despot of Sicily should possess a broad range of skills, my wife says. Joking, I would acquire some new tomes, prepare a few assignments, to you a little. What subject are you most interested in? Military theory is going to help, or diplomacy. I would say, I mean, we already have such a huge amount of martial. Can't help to get a little more diplomacy. He's a lunatic. But by God, if he is not a badass. Damn it.
Thank you for the donation.
Hey, Ben West. Thank you very much, man. Really enjoying the stream. More of this and maybe some community multiplayer. Heading off to start my own CK3 game. Look forward to trying your save out. Thank you very much, man. And yeah, I think it's a cool idea. I'll upload my save and you guys can play it. And before the next stream, we'll talk about all of the like you'll show me your maps and what you've done with the objective to reform Italy. But guys, before we go, and I'm not leaving anytime soon, by the way. Actually, I'm leaving in like 45 minutes. Let's go ahead and invite you guys to the Discord server. This way, we can set up some fun like multiplayer stuff and stuff like that. I'm gonna start doing a lot more community-based things. Like even if it's multiplayer playing Diablo 2 late at night, because it's such an easy game to jump in and out of. Any idea what the release date with Royal Courts? Probably the next month or two. Major Mula, I will answer your question. It is an incendiary one. Oh, the Kagan, okay. What do you think about Warhammer 3's marketing being 8 months of all fluff and no crunch? Have you seen anything like it before? Yeah, I've definitely seen plenty like it. But to be totally honest with you, man, I'm frustrated. I want to see gameplay and I want to see stuff like siege mechanics, but I know it'll be fine. Like, I just want Creative Assembly to be more transparent. That was kind of the objective of the video I made was, hey, if something fucks up, just tell us. That's pretty much it. Like, I made that video, and then that other video that they released came out, and then everyone just went doom and gloom. And I'm not really about that life. It's just not the way I live my life. I'm a pretty positive person for the most part. Annoyingly, I'm internally very depressed though. That's not weird. But what my big problem is, I just want Creative Assembly, when something goes wrong, to just say, hey, this is the problem. This is what we faced. We don't have a set release date for you or expectation, but this is why it didn't appear. And people will just go, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Grace is gone, unfortunately. Grace is... so I've met Grace like plenty of times. She is the sweetest, quirkiest person in the world. I absolutely love Grace. She is a writer, too. She has crafted a tale or two. Okay, I think what I'm trying to do is find what we're going to fabricate a claim on. Because this war is going to conclude, and we should fabricate a good claim. Or we try to set up a marriage. I think Spoleto is a really good choice because it's our border. It's 1, 2, 3. Irmo? No. 1, 2, 3. It's only 3 and leaves us with 3 more, which we might be able to fabricate other claims on. But let's try and do Spoleto here. Where's the Duchy capital, Spoleto? Would you believe that it's in Spoleto? It's not on Iron Man Airbus because we're using a bunch of mods. I really wish it was. We're not doing any save scumming. Which reminds me, I'm going to save just in case. But, like I said, no save scumming in this, but we can't play Iron Man, so I can't even get the... I really wish that Paradox would make a... 2 versions of the achievements. Iron Man and non-Iron Man. And if you get the achievement on Iron Man, you get both. I think that's totally fine. No, it looks like there's no heretics in it. Yeah, guys, do make sure you join the Discord. That way you can... Okay, so neighbor ring one of war. Okay. This guy against this guy. Mennos, huh? I know that name. This mod's cool, though. It just shows you, historical figure. Okay, so this... Done yet? God damn. Finish your war so I can then declare war. Unfortunately, I wanted to use that fucking mercenary contract. At least cosmetic mods. The problem is it modifies the checksum, and that's why there's an issue. Huh. Move! I am a trained physician! Yeah, the heart can screw off. This guy will love me, though, if I do this. Practiced field surgery for 10 years. Stop it. Let me go over you. Yeah, we did that one, okay? What the hell? That's weird. Plus 1 to learning. Nice. Yes. Yes, he does. Yes, he does, because he's a good little boy. Ooh. So here's my problem, Sam. Sometimes that messes up my war targets. That's why I didn't do it, but we'll do it. We want Rashka, right? I think Upper Bosnia is not worth it. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, because it's part of Croatia, and it'll make them attack us, and I hate fighting defensive wars. I was waiting because I didn't want to mess up my thingy here. Rashka it is. Come right in the butt over here. Wife is on patronage, yes. Oh god, no. Cool. Oh shit. Did you just die too? You just died in that war. Okay. I've got an idea in my attempt to align Count Azuko. Dude, Billy, I had hoped to have another son. That's why, like, 29 and 33, like, I thought we would be pumping them out, man, but I got one child. Yes, for sure this. Convinced. Nice. Prowess a bit. We're going to station some besiegers. And we also have to do some... Oh. Reorganizing this. So, reorganize. We'll keep the levies that are mercenaries here. Plus, like, I don't know, just some other... These guys here, and, like, these guys here and there. Keep it like that. First army, though, we'll go and attack Geico. And you will be a besieger if we have... What the hell? Is that a cactus? I don't think I have any besiegers. I do. There we go. County holdings in the game? What do you mean by that? Maybe I'm dumb, which I usually am. Aha! Unbeknownst to you, these are my lands. Cool. Hoplites of Galatia. Yeah, the siege stopped because the dudes abandoned it, the mercenaries. What were you saying though, WR exclusive? We'll just wait here. They're about to capitulate. Yeah, the campaign does end naturally at 1453, but you can shut that off. Correct. Okay, so you're swayed, and I don't think we need to really do much more with you. So let's go ahead and switch over to a different council member. I wish we could just organize this. Is there a mod to organize this? Organize it by vassal opinion. I guess my vassals. I guess I could do it like this, right? Because these are all my vassals. Order it by opinion of you. Sealdor's kind of mad. Do? For Chancellor and Bat. Dude, come on, dude. Aren't you my friend too? That guy's gonna be swayed hard. The Duchy of Sardinia. Ah, he created Sardinia. Good for him. Oh, I know what he wants. He wants this guy. Okay, we can fix that for you. To be totally honest, I was gonna make this place, Sardinia, a land for my son. But I think that's a good call. He'll be way better. Why would I not want a truce with him? Check her fertility. She should be fertile. She's feeling fine. I could romance her. See, I don't know if I want more kids now at this point, because he's almost... Well, I probably do. Does not like me. I seduce you with my seducing ways. Well, we don't want him to create the Kingdom of Sardinia. So I would probably have to create that. Let me go pee real quick, guys. 1 second. Well, see, the problem is we don't want to juggle too many king titles. It's going to become really hectic fast. Because if I have 2 king titles, people will go, why do you have 2 king titles? One of us should have one of those. Yeah, you're right, WR exclusive. He can't create a title equal to his liege. He needs independence first. So that is the same thing that's going to happen with the Byzantine Empire. I won't be able to create the Empire of Italy until we solidify this. Which is, it's gaining. If I join this, we're good. And there's a good chance I will join this. We might actually make this like a 4 or 5 episode one. Like, it's like a no big deal. I like streaming The reason I stopped streaming was because it had a negative effect on me for a little bit because I was playing Stellaris, which not a lot of people play. So it was really badly affecting me. Like YouTube was like, well, people aren't clicking on your notifications anymore. We're going to stop it happening. Oh, it is reclusive. I thought it was exclusive. I was like, what do you mean the W's silent? Hakon Andreas Olsen says, if you're house or dynasty head, it's nice to have other family members as kings and dukes for that extra renown. I totally agree with you, man. 100%. I know you bros will, but YouTube shan't. Okay, available perks, lifestyle. Hit and run. You have spearmen. Parthian tactics is nice, but we're not really using that right now. Envelopment is amazing, though. You just have pikemen and bowmen. That's spearmen and archers. We'll go... Dude, I love mech warrior games. Don't even get me started on them, brother. What up, dead man? Yeah, Enrak, absolutely, dude. Master of Horse, I see. Whoa, Bosnian. Or, Kirstiani? Don't know what. You can be ransomed away. You can demand conversion. I don't really want to siege the city, but alright, we're gonna have to do it. Torture him? Jesus. We can do that. Next time we'll do that. Get the hell away from me. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Aha! Burtbat. Any relation to Artbat? Ill and wounded, but he would make a great dude. Yeah. Let's see if we can kind of save him here. He'd make a great vassal. Make me siege all this crap. Hurt my army. My god, really still? We own it all. What more do you want? What's Benevento doing? Minus 40%. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, he's getting help. From the Dalmatians. Alright, alright, alright. Yes, I do, Hakon. I'm not sure who, though. We'll probably set it up. Once we find out more about what's coming, we'll set it up. Ooh, Liberty War, huh? Who's joined it? Ooh, okay, let's see. No, it's just the county of Spoleto. We want the duchy. And he'll just keep going at it. What's going on here? We own Navarre or something? What's going on? Aragon? Why is that happening? Oh. We're allied in Navarre. Got it. Okay. What the hell's going on here? What's under siege? You can eat crap. My favorite playthrough, I've come to discover a most appalling truth about What's going on? I loathe bringing this matter to your attention. I must inform you that this man is keeping secrets of the most alarming kind from you. Yeah, but I don't want to affect him. Isildur, why are you doing this, man? He's a telltale for sure. Well, I'm trying to keep that guy in better graces, so I'm doing that. This is not working well for my army. Losing 6% of my army like every month. Just get snitches. Yeah, Isildur is gonna get the Iron Hand for sure. Okay, finish that, please. Thank God. Baron Lazar. No. Hard pass on Lazzy here. But I'll ransom him nonetheless. Yes! So he lost that war. King has lost against Arnulf. So what that does, though, is it weakens him substantially. Meaning, this war for independence is going to go through, and I shall be able to piecemeal rip apart Italy after this. I do typically want to find out secrets, but in this case, EDL is like, nah. Could you please accept the thank you? Now I can do this. Just get in that army, please. Okay. Coming up to the last half hour of our stream here today, guys. Like I've said, if you want to help support the channel, please don't forget to use the creator code SPARTY at checkout if you are picking up any Sneak Energy. It's an awesome little energy drink that I use. It's powder-based. I love it quite a bit. Yeah, the Bavaria East Francia just had a big ol'... Like, Lothringia, or this whole East Francia just fractured apart. Bavaria just border gored the crap out of it. Which is unfortunate, but we shall create more of our lands, and that's fine. So let's see now. How is this going? That's going to start shifting really wildly. And Spoleto is now winning its little war here. So, Green Apple is good. Thanks, Kyle. Guys, it's Kyle G. Everyone say hi to Kyle. And actually, everyone on chat, please congratulate Kyle. He just got married to his girlfriend and fiance of 11 years. I was in his wedding. So everyone, please tell Kyle congratulations. Kyle G in chat to @KyleG congratulations. Simple stone quarries. Oh, a small hill fort, huh? I mean, I kind of want to keep Hotka. All right, Mel. Thanks for jumping in, man. Just trying to make sure I get this properly done here. People should be now kind of mad because I have two duchy. I've got a third duchy title, I think. No, I just warred for it. Okay, good. Good. I gotta give away 3 chunks of land here. I'm thinking of just giving this guy, giving him Gecko. Title, take Gecko. It's in your same... Good, yeah, you can have that. Right, yeah, good. No claimants on the duchies? What you mean, Sam? This one? There's some. This guy up here. These peeps. Oh, you want to see me in a tux? Here. Why is it in Spanish? Put it in Spanish. Probably someone had a captions in Spanish. If you want to see me on a tux in a tux ED, just look at my Instagram, the Italian567. You shall see me in a tux. I could put it there, but it's a pain in the ass. Maybe keep Roshka. Why? Reclusive. What's your reasoning? Check the holdings. Well, there's this one in Hotka with the simple stone quarries. But were you talking about like? This is nice because it gives me some garrison, but Hotka is just going to help out with stone quarry or taxes. I think I developed Palermo. Yeah, like Palermo's like super developed. See, I never know which duchy building to make. Like, I know I've got all these guides and everything, but I'm really bad at selecting duchy buildings. Oh, OS, were you talking about constructing marches, the duchy building? Or were you talking about the thingy? But yeah, this whole area is pretty built up, minus Gregenti here. But Messenia, Syracuse are all built up pretty nicely, which is cool. So I gotta do this. I don't... What makes it the best, Reclusive? Is there something in specific you were looking at that made it the best? You were saying something about that earlier. I don't know which one. Maybe I'm trying to see if there's a special building that I'm missing. Because that'd be the first time I've heard of it, to be totally honest with you. This little guy. The Guildhall. That land kind of got divided up, which is cool. And I can eat this guy now, too. Just eating everyone up over here. This is pretty much our border. We're going to stay south of the Danube. The Houghton Fortress? I typed in Houghton Fortress. I was like, do you mean Houghton Fortress? I don't see anything like that. It has this potential for like 6 baronies. Are you saying it's a duchy? So this is 4. 3. Oh, this one. It's this one. It's this one. It's Hotka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll hold on to this. We'll hold on to this. We got to give away too, so we'll give away this one. And again, we're gonna try and look for this. And we have Serbians, right? These are both Serbian lands. Yes, they're both Serbian. You know, Porin, I wish you were not who you were. See, Bert Bat, I think what we'll do though is he's older. He does not have any kids. So it'll just go back to me if he dies. So that's fine. It just goes right to me. In fact, maybe I'll just give him both. Unless there's another one. Is there another good guy? Again, I'm just pretty much looking for someone who's like content and Orthodox and Serbian. And if not Orthodox, I'm looking for someone who's got a very high likelihood to convert to Orthodoxy without an issue. I don't want to give it to Kosmin here. It's definitely not Mislav, because Mislav is, dude, look at Kosmin. Jesus Christ, man. He's a fucking barbarian. Slavko wouldn't be bad, but I don't like high intrigue. He's content and callous, though. I mean, that's not terrible at all. Yeah, I think we'll just do Burt Bat and just have him do both of these. And if he dies, it just comes back to me, and that's fine. That's fine. I'd be surprised if he births 2 kids, but he'll live long enough to have 2 kids, I promise. I don't see anything here that allows for a special one, but it could be one of these locations, and I just don't know, to be totally honest. Okay. Undo that. Doesn't ravel? Bastard. I don't want to usurp that. What are you saying? My hunters captured this live stag, and its grace and majesty reminded me of you. What the hell? I remind you of a stag? Please accept it as a token of our everlasting friendship. You gain garden stag. Monthly prestige 5%. Stress gain minus 10%. Good. It will make for some truly delicate cuts of meat. We go with leather Roma Gardens. That's kind of like a personal RPG or something. I don't here, I'll look for you, my bro. Oh. Okay. This one. I have it already. Cool, great. I've already given it away, like an asshole. Well, as we saw, Reclusive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, can I hear those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can just keep holding on to this bad boy, which we'll do. Bring this back up. Okay, how's this war going? It seems to be going... It seems to be just going back and forth, dude.
Thank you for the donation.
Oh, it used to have 7. Okay. Baron Jarrett. Or Ben Jarrett. Do you like Baron more? You son of a bitch, Gregarious. I'm gonna skull fuck you. Maybe that's a little too intense. The problem is I'm just, and as a result of being just, get a hook on me? Yeah. My mods are in the description, my dude. But Ben, what did you say here? After multiple tutorial videos and attempts to play CK3, last night it finally started to click. Stayed up until 6 a.m. Oops. Yeah, dude, it takes some time. Like, my best advice to anyone trying to play the game and learn it is just smash your head against a rock. Like, out of context, that is a terrible sentence. My point is, play the game a ton. Like, reload and try and do different things. Like, hey, there's a dilemma that's come up. Save the game, try one, reload, try it again, and just try a bunch of different things. It's a really good way to just break the game and learn stuff. It's how I learned. I did not want to play Crusader Kings 3. Party Elite and H for Havoc and Surreal just convinced me to do it. They're like, dude, just play it. You will enjoy it. And I was like, no. I finally came around to it. Uh-oh. King Louis has lost against Duke Rudolph. Aha, the Independence War has gone through. So Italy is just up here. And Spoleto is its own individual gigantic ass dukedom. Perfect. And my wife is, yes, indeed pregnant. It looks complicated, but I swear it's not. I'm managing through a lot of stuff very quickly, but it is a lot faster than you think it is. I'm not gonna join your war, you penis. Who are you warring with anyway? Would you hurry up and win this? Yeah, Spoleto is now much, much stronger. Because they have a really strong alliance, but I can't even join your war, dude. Because that's the unfortunate thing, was he was fighting against Spoleto directly. But I don't want to press that man's claims, Samuel. I'm passing through the castle gardens for a morning walk when a soft breeze carries the voices of Antiochus and David to my ear. The two courtiers are talking to each other in a secluded spot nearby, frequently glancing around to make sure nobody's listening. While it is hard for me to make out most of their words from a distance, it is clear that their discussion relates to Count Gregarios. Oh, good. That fuck. I'll have them bound and delivered to Gregarios. I don't really want to do that. Who are you? Oh, you're good. Who are you? You could be an amazing vassal. I don't think I have any means to do so. Yeah, even then. Ah, without them noticing me. Viviana's child heritage, huh? She's a bastard. Interesting. I have more and more things against this guy. The reason I don't want to press these claims is because if I do, it then locks me into a peace treaty against Benevento, which I do not want. If I press this, I then cannot press the claim that I will want in the future, and he will get that chunk of land, which ultimately isn't that bad, but I want Spoleto as it is. It's up to him to have his own war. Have you still anyone of worth? No. How about your heir? Are we swaying anyone? We're swaying him. We don't really need to anymore. Ooh, he's getting old as sin. We should sway him. Do you have any kids? Oh, I'd love to teach your kids. I got a guy. I think my wife is actually busy doing other things. Let's sway this guy, though. I mean, it prevents me from doing a war. That's the big thing. I don't even care about the war with myself. With myself? It's a weird statement. As a king, I should have the ability to do a war on King Louis for that location right there. Because it's de part of my lands, so I should be able to do that. I don't know why I don't. It doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, he would be a better spy master. But if he doesn't like me, I would not be a better. So, we're in a good position. We have quite a bit. We are growing here. Benevento needs to hurry up and win that goddamn war, though. I wish I could just join it. Wish I could join it. See if your culture has the technology for the Uri County conquest. I don't know the name of it. I don't know the name of it. Don't know the name of it. Do you know the name of it? Casus Belli, okay. I didn't know that's what that did. I thought it only... Oh, individual Casus Belli County Castle map. Stupid. Thank you, Norman. I appreciate that, my dude. Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy is like dumb as paint, too. He's got a whopping 6. So, and I'll never be able to supersede that because I'm part of his lands. So that... I could culturally swap away from Greece. And I don't even know what culture I'd swap to. Lombards definitely would not be it. I could be Sicilian. The Latin group we can unfortunately take a look at. Italian wouldn't be terrible. You can be Roman. That makes sense. See, I didn't realize that was part of it. I had no idea. Look at my genius daughter. Sibylla is one of my favorite characters from that goddamn movie, Kingdom of Heaven. Yes. What happened to Sicilian? I smashed it apart. So let me worry about my son here. Any options here? Any options? Romaine Pothos is not too far away. I'm 3 years away. She'll be 20. This would make beautiful geniuses, which is hilarious to say out loud. A lot of beautiful. A lot of beautiful. I didn't mean to smash out Sicilian. I just was trying to hack the game and I didn't realize it. Julien is 1 year old. Not good. Make her my heir? No, my guy's my heir. He's a genius. True, but I mean, I'm not that worried about it. I mean, the only things I really worry about when it comes to my children are stuff like shy and shy is difficult to deal with, obviously. Lazy is a pain in the ass to deal with. Ones that really kind of gate the game. I mean, I could be Sicilian. It's right here. Right here. We can make Sicilian. Maybe we do Sicilian. Should we do Sicilian? I have to own that territory, though, to adopt it. Lombards are Latin culture group. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember how to let me take a look here. There is a way to... Oh. What? There's a way to make the Roman culture group, and I can't remember how. I think it... Oh, I know how it is. You get the option when you've got a decision that says reform Rome, and it creates Hellenism, and I think also the Roman culture group. And historically speaking, Romans spoke Greek. They spoke Latin in the Senate, but for the most part, Greek was like the kind of common... Oh, did you get an earthquake, Edie? Yeah, 3.3 in San Leonardo, because I know you're up north, right? Ooh. Really, it's okay. You are the real Romans. You're the Romani, as they were called. Okay, so... Paris, what's up, man? I'm good. How are you, brother? G1, if you had one, then I had one, dude. Western Romans spoke Greek. Greek was like the official language of Rome for the most part. Latin was not spoke in... We think that... We always think like, okay, Romans spoke Latin. They spoke Latin up to a point, and then Greek became the main language of the empire. And Latin was reserved for pomp and circumstance. It was used in the Senate, was used in, especially in later Christianity, of course, right? Latin came and went as the official language of Rome. MG, I've stopped the Victoria 3 dev diaries because I didn't really understand them very well, and One Proud Bavarian was just killing it. He does such a good breakdown of those diaries because I've never played Victoria 2. Okay, let's see. Well-provisioned armies. Supply capacity is nice. Stockpile supplies for my stronghold. Okay, same thing. No, I do not want that to happen. Custom to foraging. Nah, we'll do this. Unfortunately, I don't have the stewardship to pull this one off. Stockpile it is. Lesson, what's up, my dude? Yeah, in Naples and Sicily, they spoke Greek until the conquest of the Normans. Yeah, that's just like kind of like one of the file holdouts down there. MG, I'm actually going to be doing a video that's like top 8 reasons Royal Courts is going to change Crusader Kings 3. And in that video, oh no, Spoleto, don't run! In that video, I am going to cover pretty much all the more prominent dev diaries. So it's kind of my way of catching up on everything. Okay, so where are we at time-wise? Okay, we're actually just coming up to the end of our video here, of our stream. And yes, we'll do a Bannerlord stream here soon. Big Daddy Fless. So we've made a little bit of headway, right? We cracked open this portion. We got into here. And does this pace work for you guys? It is a bit quicker, and I'm not spending as much time asking, hey, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? I'm just playing the game. I'm just trying to push it forward. Ooh, Croatia just took a chunk up over here. Brings Despot as that your patriarch is working on established function. Not think that this kind of dishonorable action will go again. Fuck you, man. Spoleto, you're only as scary as you think you are. Supply capacity, we'll do that. That's not bad at all. I will eat Spoleto alive, like I eat gelato. I mean, you guys can tell me too, could it stand to even be a faster playthrough? Because we can go faster if you guys want. It's hard to decide if we should maybe, because we can get this location, Capua, and then decide if we should jump over to being Sicilian. I mean, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all, to swap over to a culture, convert as much of my cultures as I can, and then try to... The problem, though, is that it puts us on ends with Greece. So I think until they have solidified a actual true liberty faction, we can't, true independence from the Byzantine Empire, we can't break away from Greek. It helps kind of maintain the peace, because he doesn't, like, he's okay with everything I'm doing for the most part because he likes me. If I'm not Greek anymore, he might kind of be pissed. And again, Greece and everything kind of fits the role here. So let's take a look here. Oh, no, we're towards the end, so I will roll the credits. And as always, guys, like I said, if you want to head over to sneakenergy.com and go ahead and use my creator code Sparty at checkout, it helps me out a ton. Like I've said many times now, it will help give me a commission with your purchase. Of course, it does not give you a discount, which is crappy, but it is there nonetheless. Spalato, Q Rimshot. Thanks so much, folks. Tip your wait staff. Try the veal. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. There's merch in the back. Have a good night. But let me go through some quick thank yous here. We got some people that did give you some donations, and I do want to say thank you to them. We got Flying Dutchman with a €5 donation. Modsas with a €5 donation as well. Gamer Edie, which is Edie Sellers, with a massive $25 donation. Then Ben West with a 20-pounder as well. Thank you both so much. Those huge, very generous donations. And everyone else's donations are also generous. I wasn't trying to cheat them. Ben as well with a $5 donation. And then Paris with another $5 donation. So thank you guys very much. I had a lot of fun here today. I love streaming, and I will start to stream more. Sam, thank you as well, man. Another $5 donation from Sam here at the last minute. I will be streaming more. I haven't, just because I needed to kind of repair the channel, which sounds really weird. After diving so hard into Stellaris, it derailed it. And as a result, people weren't clicking on the notifications. So YouTube stopped pushing my notifications out, which I can't tell you how frustrating that is. It's basically like, oh, you want to make videos? Cool. We're not going to tell anyone about it. So, I've kind of fixed things now. We're going to be covering more Warhammer 3 as it's announced, as we get more stuff to go into. Woo! But I'm going to start segueing back really hard into Crusader Kings 3. I've missed it a ton, and hopefully we'll be getting news on when Royal Courts is coming. I'd like to really kind of jump onto that really hard. It is damn good. Bannerlord will be doing as well, Fless. I still haven't done a test stream for the newest Bannerlord patch. What patch is this? 163? They're not on 164 yet, right? No, it's still on 163. So we'll probably do one of those as well. Yeah, no, look at Bari, dude. Just making my border gore. Ugh. Disgusting. But we'll be back here with, we'll probably do another stream on Thursday or Saturday of Crusader Kings 3. I do want to kind of make this a pretty quick little series, and I will probably play a little bit on my own to push the series ahead from episode to episode. So if someone comes in, basically I want every episode to have an objective, and our objective today was to conquer Italy, but that did not work. So I might have to kind of reform some of my objectives and what I think per episode, so that way someone coming into it, they can get a good idea of what's going on, rather than, hey, it's episode 4 and I don't know what the hell's going on in this series. I've lost track. It can be really daunting for anyone. So I will look into that, and we will be back here with more Crusader Kings 3. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Thank you very much to everyone who did donate. I will post the save file. Let me actually do that right now. Let's save this. And let me do this. Paradox Interactive, Crusader Kings 3. Save game. Here we go. So I'll upload the save file right now. Share. Or Tukali, what's up, bro? So there is the save file if you want to play along. I'm going to post it as a pinned comment on the VOD of this video as well. But there you go, guys. You can now play through along with me if you so wish. And if you want, I can also post the beginning one. Just let me know in the comments or chat or whatever. But we'll be back here with some more Crusader Kings, more Bannerlord, and more Warhammer 3. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Huge shout out and thank you as well to all of my members who've been watching. I saw Fleston, I saw Travers, I saw Shiyuan. Who else was on here earlier today? We had Paris, of course, Big Daddy Paris. David B was joining us. Lots of folk. Travers, I think, there. Yeah, that's the most part. But of course, all you members help me out a lot by pretty much giving me dependable income every month, so I don't have to worry about constantly making videos, even if they're crap videos and they just drain my soul. So I appreciate it so much, and thank you very much to all those who did donate. It does help me out a ton, as well as this is my full-time job, and it is very generous. No, don't even worry about it, Anrak. You don't worry about it. Do not feel pressured to re-up that or anything like that. I appreciate anyone who does, and if you can't, it's not a big deal. But guys, as always, have a good one. Take care, wash your hands, stay safe, and we'll be back with more streams in the future.